you know robotics has become a major threat to not only the work industry but humanity's way of life? More and more people are becoming replaced by technology as it advances. We face the possibility of human extinction from the workplace.
The effects of robotics have not only altered the present, but will also result in negative consequences in the near future. If robotics continues to replace humans in the workplace at this rate, we could be facing a spike in unemployment. This spike will undoubtedly lead to a higher crime rate as people struggle to feed and care for not only themselves, but also their families.
Technology now has more influence and control over our everyday life choices than we do ourselves. It has access to our phones through voicemail, reads our private information, as well as what we see online through the internet.
Lose customer personal one-on-one with each other, and now that we have self-checkout, customers are getting more rude, more negative, more impatient.
I think when it comes to robotics in workplaces, they've made humans lazy. They've made us dependent on things that we shouldn't be dependent on. Like in the past generation when there wasn't that much technology, we were able to do things where now we don't even think of doing them. We're just so reliant on technology doing it for us, which isn't a good thing.
So it has taken away a lot of jobs, as we know. A lot of previously labourers' jobs have been overseeded or superseded by robots, and that's not really great for the people who were working in those jobs and who are going after labour-intensive jobs. But then there's also the positive fact that robots do create other jobs in the fields of innovation and technology, which is, I think, as a country we're moving more towards that. And while the process is slow, it still has the potential to create a lot of jobs in the innovation industry. But then, yes, jobs are still lost, which isn't great for the economy, which isn't great for the average Australian. And we do have a very primary industry and a very labour-intensive kind of economy. We're very labour-focused, so we need to find other ways where we can get input from and economic kind of growth from, but both positives and negatives, and it depends. Both of them are very valid. It just depends which side of the coin you're on.
Well, I feel that we've become so dependent on technology in all forms that we are no longer individuals, we no longer think for ourselves, and we rely on technology too much, and we're losing touch with our sense of humanity.
Well, introducing robots will definitely have a lot of people losing their jobs. Even though when you use robotics for the workplace, it might provide fast and effective work, but at the end of the day, it's gonna cost a lot to install them and maintain them. And also, when using robots, they might think of logical solutions to use when they conduct their work, but they may not have the ethical abilities to make tough decisions. So that's why I think introducing robots has definitely ruined the workplace.
My thoughts are pretty bad. It means we're going to have more unemployed people, we're going to have to pay higher taxes, there's going to be higher crime rates, it's just going to be crap.
It makes you question that if by the year 2030, 800 million people are going to lose their jobs, it makes you question what's going to happen after that in the upcoming years. What more are they going to take over?
Well, I think it's quite unfortunate considering we've always known technology is something that's supposed to benefit us and assist us, and yet quite a large portion of the population are losing their jobs because of it.
Well, this is definitely very interesting to hear, but all I can say is that people rely on having jobs to live their life. They need it to support their families and themselves and to ensure that they have a future and be stable. It's probably the reason why they spend their entire life being educated, because they want to ensure that they get into the job that they want to do, and without it, I think it might have a negative impact on the economy, especially for tax reasons. I think our society relies on people having jobs, and I honestly don't see the point of having robots. I think humans ultimately need other humans to work with each other. Robots may have things, be able to do things better than humans can, but I think it's just a lot easier for people to work with each other.